And we are there. Good morning on this cloudy Monday. And I am in Around Plays, and my name is Craig. And we are playing, like we play on every stream, Arena, Brawl. And today we're playing with a bit of a meanie beanie deck. Oh, I forgot to put the sound on the game. Let me put that up for you so you can hear it. So today we're playing with Hope Estheim. Estheim? We're playing with Hope, and she's a human wizard, a blue-white one, and she has lifelink, and she's just a little guy. They are just a little guy, so they're nothing to worry about. But at the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. That's the people that people hate. That's the part. Not the people. That's the part that people hate. Yeah. So this is a mill deck, but it's mostly a life gain deck. But it's also a mill deck, while Hope's on the board. And only, really, while Hope's on the board or Ruin Crab. They're the only two mill cards in the deck, because I just don't have that. Oh, no, and we also have the Water Crystal, which is also a mill. So it makes the mill however many cards, plus 4. So with those 3 on the board, they potentially could be milling a lot. And while I've been testing this deck dick on the brain. Forget I said that. While this Hope is out on the board, they target it big time. But I've only had one game where I've managed to mill them out, and that was a very nice game. And they pulled the new Final Fantasy card, where you don't lose the game for having no cards in your library, and they had a lot of graveyard recurral, but I just kept killing it. And then the last time they pulled it, I pulled a Swords to Plowshare, and that was near the very end when they only had a few cards left, and then that turn they milled out. And you notice, not a massive amount of blue cards, but the blue cards that we do have are very good. Like House Meld, we can make one of their creatures one of our enchantments, so its triggered abilities, or whatever abilities it has, become ours. We've also got Surgical Metamorph, so we can copy a target creature or enchantment, or permanent, any permanent on the battlefield. So if we want to make 2 water crystals, then we can. We've got the Wind Crystal, which is going to increase our life gain, and we can also give creatures lifelink. And then we've got cards that are going to support, but neither give lifelink or life gain, but they do support by making our creatures bigger, like Virtue of Loyalty, or Elspeth Stormslayer, or Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. But again, I always include Elesh in pretty much every white deck, because it's just such a strong card in white. So we've added Elesh Norn. We've got Archangel of Thune. Whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. This is a fantastic, fantastic card. I love Archangel of Thune very much. We've also got Aerith, so who's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger the more life we get while she's on the battlefield. But if they target her and she dies, sad times, sad memories, you can put those +1/+1 counters onto another legendary creature. We've also got Daxos, Blessed by the Sun, which is toughness is equal to our devotion to white, but also whenever another creature enters or dies, you gain 1 life. But then we've also got other creatures in the deck that do that as well, like Soul Warden. But that's not just my creatures, that's everybody's creatures. We've got Guide of Souls, which is going to give us a life. We've got Authority of Consuls, mainly gives us life on their turn, unless they're giving us, unless they're playing creatures with flash. So that doesn't really give us the life during our turn, but it's nice just to slow them down early on. Hinterland Sanctifier also gives us a life whenever a creature comes out. And we also have Impassioned Orator, which also gives us life gain. And then there's one more, which gives us life gain when a creature enters, and that is this angel here, which gives us 1 life, just spat everywhere. We've also got things that we can gain life by destroying stuff, like Invoke the Divine. When it enters, Circuit Mender. Getting 6 life would be great. So yeah, we've also got quite a few cats and ways to create cat tokens in this deck. And with Regal Caracal, we can give other cats +1/+1, and other cats have lifelink. So that paired with Ocelot Pride and Cat Collector and all sorts, and Carla, is also going to give us that lifelink, and she's going to get bigger. He's going to get big. They are going to get bigger. So yeah, so I think that's enough said about this deck. And I'd just say thank you for being here, and we'll get into the first match and we'll see how we go. I'm having a bit of a, since yesterday lunchtime, I'm having a bit of a bad luck run. Where I was trialing this deck and I was playing lots of Brawl decks before I went to sleep, and I was losing every game. And I tend to find that on Arena, you're all of a sudden you just paired against decks that are just beating you within a few turns, and there's nothing you can do. And then it'll go back to sort of normal, and then you'll win in, you know, your normal sort of ratio, and then for a day or two you end up just losing every game, it seems. Okay, so we've got some great life gaining, but only 2 lands. But there is 40 lands in this deck. There is more than enough lands to win. And we've got Aetherflux. And I put Thieving Avigan in, because what's blue without a little bit of thievery? I'm going to keep it. And we're playing against Dionys. Elves you control have, whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it and put a +1/+ counter on it. It's going to get big very, very quickly. Not having the white deck is a little bit concerning. Not in blue mana is a little bit concerning, should I say. It'd be nice to be able to get our commander out this turn, but I don't think it's going to happen unless we pull blue. No. Okay, we'll just keep setting up. We'll just keep getting ready. Those triggers. No. So now we're going to get 2 life. So if we get a blue this turn, we're going to be able to start milling them this turn. Mono green though, they are going to be fast, and they're going to get big, and that's going to be very difficult. We do have some protection for Hope, and we also do have some kill spells and stuff. So I'm not going to block because, yep, brilliant. Okay, let's see if there's nothing else we can play. So let's get Hope in. I'm going to lose that, gain 2 life. So we're just going back to 2 that we lost, and they're going to mill 2. May as well attack for 1. Brilliant. So we can start milling them. People don't like to be milled. I hate being milled. This deck, I hate mill. Is it fun to win by mill? Yeah, it kind of is. I can see why blue players love it so much. I'm gonna do Angel of Vitality this turn. They're gonna untap and become bigger. No blocks. That's definitely a problem. I think this one's better because it's going to get bigger. And then attacking creatures are also going to get +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of counters on quality. So she's got 2 counters. So, oh, where's oh, reach. I forgot about reach. First misplay of the day. Whoop, whoop. But we do tend to lose our first game of the day, and this is the problem now. Let's go for you. We're going to get 1 life, but it's going to be increased. If I attack, I do have 4 counters. So I'm going to attack with Hope. And those 2. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to make you big. And be a 7/4. With lifelink. Okay, it's a trade they want. And we're going to take out... we're going to take out Nissa, I think. When this creature enters, if you control another elf, create a 1/1 green elf creature. Yeah. I've already done that, so we'll take out Nissa, which is the... Well, it's at least their amount of... yeah. Okay. I didn't finish that sentence. I do that a lot, where I start sentences and then I don't finish them. So we're back up to 26 life, so we're doing okay. They don't have reach until they equip that bow. Their creatures are now bigger. I could really do with some more. Let's take out you. And we'll at least take them down. Wait, what? That was a 4/4, wasn't it? I really need more mana. So let's do this. Let's play Prophytic Memory, which is going to make Hope a little bit bigger. And then we'll play Virtue of Loyalty, just to give that little bit of protection with a blocker. So we can gain back 5 life. We can block. We'd be able to block 5. Well, it'll be 6, won't it? And then, so we'd be able to block 6. And then we'd lose 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think we can survive. I'm not entirely sure why they're holding up priority. Have they given up? Is that the question? Yes. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, they are roping us for some reason, which is a bit annoying. But obviously and I'm too stubborn to quit. I'm just too stubborn. I mean, Aether Flux Reservoir would be great, but you know, then I'm waiting. Okay, we have some mana. That's good. Let's stick with the game plan. That's going to give us a blocker. We can make Hope a little bit bigger, and then we can attack him for 5. I'm going to gain those 5 life. They're going to mill 5 cards. 20. I mean, to be fair, they have thrown away some good ones, haven't they? Poor. Hate that card. I mean, it's a great card. Mithril Coat. The fact that Nissa's gone. Marwyn Kindred's gone, which I played against that yesterday, and it kicked my bottom. Absolutely kicked my bottom. Next turn, we can start making Hope bigger and untapping, so we can gain even more life. But they're going to rope, and that will be game. So, for the first time ever, maybe, because I can't remember, Actually, I think I won the first game yesterday. For maybe the second or third time, or maybe fourth time, we win the first game, even though I misclicked and forgot about reach. So there were mistakes were made. But yeah, when you see your cards getting thrown in the graveyard, it's not fun because you want to play your deck. And that's why I've concentrated, because I know what it's like and I want my opponent to have fun as well. This deck is more the life gain aspect rather than the mill aspect. But Hope rarely survives. So, yeah. They get targeted a lot. An awful lot. So, yeah. GG! On to the next one. Another green-black possible elf deck. Tyvar. Okay, again, 2 mana. This is what we were talking about yesterday. And I've got Fabled Passage now because I've got a rare wild card yesterday. So I'll have a look at Tyvar in a second. We do have ramp. And we have a little bit of protection. So, yes, well, we may as well keep it. Okay, so Tyvar. Whenever one or more elves you control attack, they gain Death Touch until end of turn. Each creature you control has, whenever a mana ability of this creature resolves, puts a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana this creature produced. This ability triggers only once each turn. Cool beans. Cool. So another elf deck. Again, going nice and wide. Lots of supporting creatures. The black elves tend to be a lot more evil. So let's ramp and yeah, hold up, wash away. They've got green, so they're on a ramp. They're going to be able to destroy any enchantment that they play. So maybe they'll target the Wind Crystal. Come out this turn. There we go. That's one already. We'll play that, and probably the most prominent is Cats. So let's play Cat. They're not going to have counters anyway. So we'll play that, and then we've got protection for Hope if we need it. So, and we'll end the turn there. They're not going to mill any this turn because they haven't lost anything. Hopefully they'll tap and use that mana. I can't use Wash Away, unfortunately. I'm not going to block that. Maybe I should have played something else. I mean, that's good to have because it's a blocker and it won't take any damage. But also, that's good. And I can't attack. And I can't gain life. That's a problem. I'm going to play Fogbank just so we've got that little bit of protection and we'll hold up Loran's Escape. I mean, I could attack for 2, then Loran's Escape, and gain 2 life, but then I'm using that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to end the turn there. Again, no milling, but that's okay because this deck doesn't rely on the mill aspect, it relies on the life gain, which we don't have at the minute. But giving all cats +1/+1+ life gain is great. I think they're going to attack with Tyvar, which will help me for next turn. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they're just going to stun fire because they know the only way that I can gain life is with attacking. I don't know why this deck pairs against green so much. It seems to be the only thing I play against. And we will block you. And nothing happens. Which is good. And now can give it first strike. I mean, vigilance would be great. Alright, let's do this. Should I exile
the energy of battle.
Rosethorn Acolyte?
Then
Whenever a
guide
mana
it like
ability
water.
of this creature resolves, put a +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana this creature produced. So it's going to gain +1/+1. But I want to gain that life, so I'm going to do that and then attack.
I have got new moves
With
to
you,
teach you.
and let's gain some life. They might block with both. And they start throwing away those cards. Okay, so we got rid of one Enchantment Destroyer, and whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. And we've got that protection from damage. And we've not got Loran's Escape right now. But we can hopefully continue to make Hope bigger. We've still got that blocker. They're tapping stuff for mana. I mean, we can get it out this turn. Definitely a problem here. Okay, add 2 mana in any combination of colours. Spend this mana only to cast creatures. Add green, so that could get really big the more creatures we've got. Obviously, the Commando will just come back because they've got plenty of mana. I'm going to exile you.
You're done.
And then we'll hold up Loran's Escape. So, no doubt when they tried to kill it again. This is a problem. A very big problem. So I'm going to lose that anyway. Because they're attacking with 3. So I'll block. No, it doesn't really matter. I'll block 1, and I'm losing 6 life.
I guess that's that.
Okay, that's great. Yet again, I didn't press go live on YouTube. I am the worst streamer in the history of the world. I am very sorry. There's someone waiting to go live. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me? I am a fool. I'm so sorry. Yeah. We'll also go through the deck after this game. I didn't press the go live button yet again. Yeah. So my wife has kindly just let me know that I am not live on YouTube, but I am live on Twitch. So, so that's something, and I'm recording it, so I will post the full live later. So if you want to watch the beginning, you can. But I will do another. intro after this, so you can see what's in the deck. Yeah, so thank you for joining me on this Monday morning. I'm sorry that I forgot to press live. 25 minutes of me recording and being live on Twitch, but nothing else. So all I can say is Elspeth is dead this turn. There's nothing I can do about that, but at least I can protect myself from some damage. This is making me really not like elves. So they're attacking with 3, and yet again, there's nothing I can do. So I'm going to take 7. Yeah, this game, if you're just joining on YouTube, welcome, has not been going my way. The first game they conceded because they didn't like to be milled, and that was against a mono green elf deck. And this one is against elves, and it's a problem. But I'm just going to keep defending against Glisser, because that can destroy artifacts, enchantments, and remove counters. I don't think there's any coming back. They're on 29 lives. They're getting big creatures. Their creatures are getting bigger and bigger. They're getting Death Touch. So, yeah, it's a problem. A very big problem. And I think that's lethal unless I block. Four, 9, 13, plus 7, it's 22, plus 6, yeah. So let's block another big boy. Yeah, I don't know why we're getting put against elves so much. It's crazy. Right, can I do both? So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've only got 2. So I can only do 1. That's going to get a bit bigger than when I gain life. So it's going to become a 5/5. I'm dead next turn. I don't think there's anything I can do to combat that, unfortunately. So if I played that, I'd gain 4 life. If I played that, that would, and I attacked, I would get 2 life. They would mill 2 cards, and that would become a 5/5. I'm going to concede. There's just nothing I've got in my hand that can help. So yeah, let's concede that, and let's go on to the next one. So that's 1 win and 1 loss, and a very bad start to YouTube because I didn't press go live. Yet again, that's the 2nd time in 3 days. All I can do is apologise in 3 streams, should I say, not 3 days. So I'll quickly show you my deck, and we'll just run through some of the cards that I'm playing with Hope Estheim. They are a blue-white commander where whenever I gain life, they mill X cards for the amount of life I gained. So we've got lots of creatures to help with that. We've got Shadow Spear to give a creature lifelink. We've got Leonin Vanguard, which will get a +1/+1 counter and a 1 life at the beginning of combat if I've got 3 creatures. We've got Regal Caracal. I've got a lot of cats in this deck that's going to give all cats lifelink. We've got Lyra, who's going to get First Strike, Flying, and lifelink, and other angels +1/+1, and also give them lifelink. We've got creatures that give life when creatures enter, like Dazzling Angel and Daxos and Impassioned Orator, not Operator, and Hinterland. Then we've got stuff that gives us life when their creatures enter, like Authority of Consuls, but that's on their turn. I've concentrated this deck mostly on a life gain deck because, one, I don't have many mill cards other than Ruin Crab and Hope, but the other, and Water Crystal, which those 3 on the battlefield is really bad for them, not me. But also, it's horrible to play against just mill. So I've made this deck mostly life. So the blue players will hate this, and people who think I'm just playing mill will also hate this as well. So yeah, we've got quite a few cards in here that's going to hopefully help. It didn't last game. Playing against elves is just, yeah. As I was saying before we went live, this deck mostly goes up against the decks where they get lots of counters and they go very big and very wide. And they always attack Hope. Hope does not last long unless I've got something in hand that can hexproof or indestructible like Swiftfoot Boots or the protection spell. So we're playing against Sir Gwyn. I can't remember what Sir Gwyn does. We have access to life gain, we have access to making Hope bigger, and we've got mana, so we're going to keep with this hand. So Vigilance and Menace, whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Equipment you control have Equip Knight. Cost 0. So that's going to be really good with cards like Cloud, Planet's Hero, excuse me, and other such good stuff. Switch. So let's do that, and we'll get our commander out. They've got red, they've got white. So is Hope going to survive? Maybe? Maybe not. But we can give Hope first strike with the Wandering Emperor. Not next turn, but we can start getting them to mill. I love Odric in this deck because at the beginning of each combat, if one creature has an ability, there you go, that's how they're going to do it. But as the game goes on, they will realise that this is a life gain and not a deck. The mill is just a bonus, really. So we're going to get a Fog Bank out because we won't lose Fog Bank. We've got another land, so no extra white mana. So this is Defender and Flying, so by playing Odric, everything's going to have Defender and Flying. And lifelink if Hope stays alive, which they won't, because it's black and they will target. Will attack. They're going to not gain 2 life because that does nothing. We're going to play Hope again. They're not going to mill because I haven't gained any life. But next turn with Odric, Hope's going to have lifelink. And flying, and so will Odric, and so will Fog Bank, although Fog Bank can't attack. Interesting, I didn't think about that. That's something I'm going to need to think about. We don't have another land to play, so I can't make bigger, so we will play Odric, and we will see how the flying and defender goes. Oh no, I can. So we're going to attack for that. They're going to mill the first 2 cards, and we've got rid of a couple of good cards. So the milling is starting to get good. They're not going to get the life gain from Murderous Rider even. So now, do you attack Odric or do you attack Hope? Good question. It would be nice to be able to get out Felidar Retreat to make everything bigger. We can also nullify their commander, which is going to slow them down. Do they have any more kill spells? Maybe. No, but they're going to create more tokens, and those knights are going to become an issue. They are big, they are beefy, and equipment spells, and they've also got another knight as well. So are they going to attack? Probably not. Oh, okay. I'll attack you because I don't want you getting any life. And that is great. Let's play Ishai, because yeah, Ishai's gonna get bigger the more spells they play. They're milling 5 cards that turn. Ishai's gonna get bigger, hopefully. Yes, we're gonna start losing life, but they're not gonna gain the life because I've got Fog Bank. And their creatures are gonna get bigger, but so am I, so that's fine. Yes, I'm going to take some damage now. It is what it is. But yeah, they're not going to gain anything, so that's fine. They untap, gain the life. We have that. So we're also going to get nice and beefy. So let's attack with all of these. Everything's going to untap. They're going to mill 7. And then we're going to untap. So we've also got some big creatures, but they've also got very big creatures. They're still not going to get life. They're down to 9. They have to kill Odric. Or, yeah, they're dead next turn. If they don't. Interesting. If they play a spell, the Shy's going to get bigger. 8 of Flux, okay. Can they kill me this turn? Maybe. That's something, to be fair. The Shy's going to get bigger. So I can save 6, so 6, 12, 24. Yeah. So I'm going to lose 24. I'm going to... They're not going to gain any life. Their A-third Bobby isn't going to get anywhere. Do they have anything else they can do? I don't think so. So I'm going to attack with everything. And we win! GG! You see, it's not about the mill, it's about the life gain. And when it works really well. But like you saw there, as soon as Hope's on the battlefield, they want to get rid. There isn't a massive amount of protection in this deck. Yeah. We've got, I was going to put Mithril Coat in as well to make him indestructible. But that's just taking away more life gain. My favourite way to win is with 8 Flux Reservoir and then taking that 50 life. I've achieved that a couple of times, and I like winning that way. They see it coming, they know it's there. So yeah, it makes the threat become that rather than Hope itself. The problem with Hope is tiny, only a 2/2. So we have access to lands. We got away protection, and we can make them bigger with both, and create cats if we need. So I'm going to stick with this hand. Let's surveil, see what we've got underneath, and then Hope can come out next turn. And we are playing against VV. Lots and lots of counters, lots and lots of kill spells and other such things. Returning stuff to hand. So if you don't know VV, Command Tower, yeah, let's keep that. You add X mana in any combination of blue or red where X is VV's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on VV. So, yes, it's not great. They don't have a wash away, which could have been a risk there, but they can also return it to hand, and then they can keep returning it to hand. They've got something, I think, or are they just reading Hope? Just having a look. If they don't play anything and they play another land, we can gain some life this turn. We've got some protection, so I'm going to play you. Do you possibly have a counter now? No. Okay. And then I'm going to attack for 2, which is going to make Ajani bigger. But I can also put a +1/+1 counter and make phase out. The power of target attacking creature you don't control, puts it on their choice of top or bottom of their library. So I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on it and make it bigger. Okay, it's bigger. Fine. That's put a spanner in the works. And that was enough to make them concede. That didn't take a lot, did it, really? And that's the thing I find with the VV decks. The minute you stop one thing from happening, then they just concede. Because it's like, okay, well, my deck's not doing exactly what I want it to do, so therefore I'm not going to play anymore. And, yeah, I built a VV deck, which I'm thinking about playing maybe next time. It's the toss-up between Lightning Lone Commando or VV. But VV I've not built in an instant sorcery way. I've built it in a different way because I like to build decks differently from the norm. Because I'm a weirdo. So, will it work? I don't know. A lot of people concede when they see VV. But I've built it as something else. So, yeah. You make of that what you will, my friends. Make of that what you will. But I also like Lightning. And it plays really nicely. Lots of good stuff in that deck. So I'm thinking of playing Lightning, to be honest. I'm sort of holding VV off, and I've built an S... I want to say S-Sky, but I don't think it is S-Sky. Where you make them discard lots of stuff. Horrible to play against. Very bad. Because you're just chucking away all your cards. So we're playing against Tifa. This is going to get bad very quickly unless I can stop them. Which I can, maybe, with House Meld. Okay. Yeah, that's a fairly good start. Let's do that. No doubt they'll have something like Ram Through or something so they can get rid of Hope. Let's Surveil this turn because we've got nothing to play turn 1. And we've got another land. Always good. Yes, okay. Only one blue mana though. So no access to House Meld yet. Does that work for commanders? Can they get their commander back if you play House Meld? I don't know, and that's probably the most evil card in the deck. People worry about the milling, but House Meld, I think, in my opinion, making their creature your enchantment. They're doing 8 damage. And there's nothing I can do about that. Wait, what? Oh, they had one land left, didn't they? Okay, fine. They're not going to want to get rid of Tifa. Well, who knows? Maybe they do. Maybe they do. So I'm going to play Guide to Souls as well. I'm not going to help me this turn, but it's going to help me next turn. We'll put a +1/+1 counter and we'll attack. Let's do a trade. No. I'd rather throw away 3 cards and mostly lands, which is good for us in a Tifa deck. We've gained 3 life back, so we're back up to 18, but this is the turn where things can change. Play a land, then Snape... I can never remember the name of it. Snap Shift? Escape Shift. Yeah. Good game. Yeah, we're not... Yeah, I'm conceding there. Good game. Tifa would become like a billion. No, it wouldn't. It would become probably a 200 and something. So, yeah, we concede there. It was a big order trying to beat a Tifa deck. And this is what Hope pairs against. Mostly mono green or mono black. And I don't know why. I don't know why it pairs against them. And it has done since yesterday, lunchtime. And I've been losing most of my games. And I know, I said this at the very beginning, I know I wasn't live on YouTube at the time. So to the viewer from Twitch, if you're the one that has been watching from the very start on Twitch, and you're hearing this again, I'm sorry. But yeah, it gets paired against them. They kill Hope, and sorry, no, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was that you go through stages on Arena where you go against decks where you can't win, and you're dying by turn 3, 4, and it goes through stages, and you'll do that for the next 4 or 5 games, maybe day or two, where it just seems like every deck you're going against is so overpowered. There's nothing you can do, and then all of a sudden, then it'll go back to normal, where your win rate is sort of where it was before, and then you go back to another few days of getting paired against these decks that are just, it's just crazy, and you don't pull anything that will help you in any way, shape or form. That's how it was yesterday evening for me, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced that playing Arena, but it's a pattern that I've definitely noticed, and I don't know what it is that causes that pattern. I don't know if it's the stuff that I play, or the way I build my decks, or I'm just unlucky, or maybe that's just the pattern that it goes in. I don't know, because I know that your deck gets paired. I mean, maybe it could be time of day as well. Are you playing against times when the more pro players are playing? You know, so it could be that. So, I don't know. Let's play Guide of Souls first. So when a creature enters, I gain a life. So next turn they'll be milling 1 card if Hope survives next turn. It took a long time to get to playing the first card, so have they just decided not to play because it's a mill deck? But it's not a mill deck. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Leyline would have been nice to have had that in my opening hand. I didn't. So they can lose 1 life and throw a card away. That's great. Next turn. So Leyline gives me. If I'm going to gain life, I gain that much life +1, but also if I have at least 7 more life than my starting life total, I get +2/+2 on all the creatures. So really good card. I'm thinking Impassioned Orator next. Yeah, they really didn't want to throw away a card, but Oasis of Renewal. When Oasis of Renewal enters, and whenever a land card leaves your graveyard, seek a land card. So that doesn't help because this is a recurral graveyard. They've now got a 2/2. Interesting. Can't attack with Hope. But I can still make them know for 1 because they will definitely want to trade. It would be really nice to have some more energy counters to make Hope a flying 4/4, but I can't. And they've thrown away Spark Double. May have this creature enter as a copy of a creature or planeswalker you control. Nice. That's good. Next turn, Leyline of Hope. No. Roaming Throne. Now they're going to be throwing away much more, and we'll name Human. So they're going to... Yep. I could attack and make Alquist Proft a 5/5. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because I think they will swap to Val for Hope. Now we've got a Vigilance Flyer with the potential of gaining lots of life. And they're going to mill 4 cards. Nice. But we're also putting lots of land in their graveyard, and they need that. If we get a land, I'm going to play Regal Caracal next. Because I can't sacrifice a clip. Well, I can, but then I'd only gain 1 life. Draw 1 card and gain 1 life, so that doesn't help. They're going to separately choose a number. They can't attack. Great. I'm going to play that. That's going to get lots of life. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Yoink, yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. We've got lots of that. We can't pay that twice, so I still can't attack with Hope because I think they would swap. I'm going to risk it because it's not a mill deck, it's a live game deck. Are they going to want to trade? Probably. Yeah, I thought they might. It would have been nice to have Hope have all that life, but that's absolutely fine. They are cheap. She is cheap. So I can gain even more life next time by playing Hope. And then I'm just going to hold Hope back. Attack with stuff and flying and stuff. I think that's the way to go. They've thrown away some good cards, but they've also thrown away that land. And they're putting stuff on top of their graveyard, back on top of their library, but that's going to get milled again, so that's okay. Oh, and they've milled a Shire, but they can put it back in hand, so that's okay. And they're conceding because they know. And yes, I did have fun. Yes, GG to Vol. That was good. I enjoyed that game. I didn't think I would have it because once Taval's out, they can get very wide and silly with their zombie tokens. But I think getting them to throw cards away, they knew that she was going to come back. They were going to come back out. I don't know if it's a she or a he. So I'm sorry about that, but I don't know. We've gone up another level on the Mastery Pass, so next time we're going to get some more packs. How is this deck playing? Also, hail to you. Hello, Thybus. Thank you very much for joining. When they don't target Hope, it runs okay, but I'm not playing it as a mill deck. I'm playing it as a life gain deck mostly, because I don't have that many mill cards. But what I'm finding is people are very afraid of the mill. They don't like the mill. So when it works well, it works really well. And I've had it where I have milled them out once before. But yeah, I like Hope, and Hope's nice and cheap to get out, so that's great. So far I've won 4 and lost 2, so we're doing okay. We're playing against Tovalar, which is going to be a werewolf deck. So when they have so many things that can transform, and then they can transform other things, and that's cool. But we can make we've got protection for Hope, a little bit of protection at least. We've got Thieving Agent, a way to gain life, and plenty of mana. So let's keep this hand. So yeah, whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes knights. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control, and then it gets nasty. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets +X/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. I built a one of these decks in real life, and it can get daft. Makes sense with Board's Crystal. Yeah, tutelage combo, milling folks out. Yeah, so yeah, it can get quite silly. But the access I have to mill is only 3 cards with Ruin Crab. That's not what I want right now. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Tenacious Pup. So the next creature is going to have Vigilance and +1/+1 counter. I'm going to play Hope. So they're not going to mill this turn. Next turn we can do Guide of Souls into Goldforge Thopterix, maybe. Any artifact or enchantment I can kill and gain some life. Yeah, the milling does work sometimes, but it's like I say, it's mostly that life link, that life gain. Told you, they target Hope every time because they're just so afraid of milling, which is okay. So we're going to play that first, and then we'll play this, and we'll start getting that stuff, and then next turn we'll have protection and we'll have a bit of lifelink. We'll also be able to kill Tenacious Pup. Tovalar is now a big beefy boy. He's 4/4 with Vigilance and Trample. So let's get Hope back out. Yeah, they're going to start milling, and we'll attack for 1. I gain a life. I am going to start losing that big life, but they're going to also be watching their life drain away. I'm also going to play Leyline of Hope next turn because we're going to gain that much life +1, which doesn't sound, it's not a massive amount. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll take 4. We've lost that protection. But again, rather than, you know, getting rid of... So I can't attack. So I'm not going to gain life. So I'm going to play a creature to gain that life. At least I'm milling 1. And I can start stealing their cards. And we'll play Ajani Pridemate. That's going to get a little bit bigger. Should have played that first. I didn't think. And no attacks. So they're going to be throwing away 2 cards. Yeah, they may not want me to be stealing their stuff either. They do not like me, the idea of me playing their stuff on having flyers. But Ajani's Pridemate is going to get bigger. If they play an enchantment or an artifact, we can invoke the Divine. Or if we get another creature, then we can get more life. We can also make Hope a 4/4 flyer this turn. Because we have those 4 energy counters, unless they kill Guide of Souls. There's not many kill spells in green. Maybe a ram through. It's okay, you're crafty. I tried to be crafty. Okay, 6. Fine. I'm going to lose 6. Next turn I'll gain 4. They'll mill 4. Ajani's going to become even bigger. Is that till end of turn? Okay, let's get rid of you. That's going to give me a lot of life. Winkus. Then we're going to draw a card. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's put them on top. How many have I got? 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put you on top. Can play you for turn. So now I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn I can play Sire of 7 Deaths. And I'm going to attack with you. And yes, I'm going to take that action. I'm going to make you a 4/4. Ajani's going to get bigger. And they're going to mill quite a few cards. And then next turn, Sire of 7 Deaths. First strat, I know. Eldrazi. Yeah. Have they got a kill spell for Ajani or Hope? But I don't care. That's fine. Once this is out, Vigilance, First Strike, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink. Yeah. Best card in this deck. I think they'll concede once they see it. They've got a 6/1. I'm going to take 6. Fine. Okay, that's cool. Because I have a Sire of 7 Deaths. Good game. Yeah, I knew it. I knew as soon as they saw that they were going to concede. Ew. The Eldrazi. It's the only Eldrazi I've got in the deck. I was thinking about putting the Wild Ender in here as well. Wild Ender? The one which you can get their creatures. But because they were so keen, they don't obviously know what I've got in my deck, and they didn't know it was a life gain deck. Had they known it was a life gain deck, I think they probably would have wanted to play more creatures rather than the kill spell. I think they should have just kept the... I get it, I drew an Emrakul the other day. 12 was too steep for me. Yeah, Emrakul is such a good deck. It's the Emrakul. Is that the Emrakul that you take their next turn, or is that the one where you take all their creatures? I've only got one of them. And to be honest with you, I hardly ever play it. When I was very new to the game, I played against it, got killed by it, and I was like, holy cow, I need that card. The next mythic card I got, new world. I don't know what world WORL means. What's that mean? I'm sorry if I'm being an idiot. Okay, so we've only got 3 mana. Yeah, if you cast her from hand. Yes, that's right. Yes, if you cast her from hand. Right, okay. Yeah. If it comes from graveyard, yeah, graveyard or from anywhere else, it doesn't work, does it? But then you've still got a 13/13 indestructible bad boy. New world, okay. Now I know what you mean. Because should have just figured that out. We're going to keep this hand because we can make something unable to scream, we can make tokens, we can gain life, and we've got Ishai, which I've not long unlocked this card. Great card. I have built a deck with this one. It's one of these cards which weird because there's nothing that you can really. Oh, we've got some protection as well, so that's also good. No white mana though is a problem, so I'm going to play that, and I'm going to pay 3 life, and I'm going to play it. We're playing against. So I didn't even look. We're playing against Cloud. I love the artwork for this version of Cloud. When it enters, you search for an equipment. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud and equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. We're going to make Cloud unable to scream though, so they are not going to like that very much. They're not going to like it very much at all. But we can start creating those food tokens. Maybe Alquist maybe would have been better to play, or holding up protection. But I want tokens, and I want them to mill. And they've got rid of Buster Sword and Shadow Spear, so that's great. Cloud's going to come in. They're going to look for that spell, and I'm going to enable to scream them. So they're going to block and kill Cloud, I imagine. Aether Spark. Okay. Fogbank would be nice because it'll stop them from doing anything. It also has flying. Yeah, let's unable to scream Cloud. Let's just slow them down a little bit because it can get silly. And they've conceded. That's all it took. No, not going to sneeze. Yeah, GG Cloud. That sneeze did not come. Cloud's better in the 99, in my opinion. Yeah. The Cloud. The. Oh, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. I love my favourite Cloud. And the favourite artwork for the Cloud is just the normal Cloud planet's hero. Planet's hero? Yeah, that's my favourite Cloud. Just because treasure doing damage. That paired with the ultimate weapon is just brilliant. Second Tifa we've played against today. This deck, like I said, does get paired often against mono green. So I'm going to keep that, even though we've only got 2 lands, and I'm going to play. Do I want them to start? Yes. I'm going to play Ruin Crab first. And it's a bit of a defense for Tifa. Can't kill Tifa, but it's a little bit of defense if I need it. Aether Flux Reservoir is great in this deck. Maybe it would have been better to play Hinterland Sanctifier. No, I'm going to do that this turn and then play Emporium Fortress. Okay, so they're going to mill 3. And they concede. Okay. I did not expect them to concede. Crab Rave. Ooh, ooh. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Didn't expect them to concede so quickly. You play a land, they mill, they don't like it. Bolt Wave deals 3 damage to each opponent. Already got that spell. Let's keep going. So that's 7 wins to 2 losses. Today I didn't press the go live button again on YouTube for the first 25 minutes of the stream because I'm a fool. A damn fool. So later on I will upload the full stream if you want to watch it. Not that anybody probably will, but if you want to watch it, it will be there. And then I'll do the highlights for it in a couple of days. We've only lost for 2 games. So, no, 3 games. We've lost 3. I didn't mark one down, I believe. We've lost 2 or 3. So our ratio for this deck is much better. We're going to keep this one. Waystone's Guidance, great card. We don't have a way to gain life other than Hope. And maybe the Wandering Emperor. But that's it. We're hopefully playing against a Sliver deck, but it's normally not a Sliver deck. Normally it's 5 colours and lots of good stuff. So we'll play Command Tower. They may have blue spells, counter spells and stuff, so Cavern of Souls will be great. They may not be happy about milling cards until they can get their first Sliver out, but... Okay, I'm going to still mark that as a win. People hate mill. They hate mill. They really do. Unless they were trying to find something in their deck that, you know, saw that I was mill and decided, know what, I'm not going for it. Sorry about the yawning. I had a really bad night's sleep last night, so I can't stop yawning this morning. Let's keep going. I'm going to count it as a win, even when they concede. So, yes, we have some viewers. It's early on a Monday morning. I'm going to see how these streams go on a Monday, because I stream on a Sunday and then a Monday. I found last Monday it wasn't that popular. Nobody really entered. So we'll see. We'll see if this stream's going to remain. But then I love streaming and I play Arena every day, so I might just do it anyway. Okay, I got Fabled Passage, by the way, because I got the rare wild card. So I purchased Fabled Passage on my chat's recommendation from yesterday's stream. Yeah, we've got some protection. We've got ways to gain life. We've got ways to grab a blue mana, which I'm going to do straight away. Because why not? We don't have anything to play this turn, so we'll play a blue. Just peeping Ruin Crab there, but that's not going to be on the top of the deck, unfortunately. Be nice, but it won't be. So I'm thinking, rather than playing... Hope this turn, I'm going to play Impassioned Orator. Just because we're playing against Cloud again, I'm not going to be able to attack with Hope next turn. See? But I can get the milling just by Hope entering. We've got protection. So if they try and Plowshare or something, and we're in a good stead. I'm not going to attack because I don't want Impassioned Orator to die, because Impassioned Orator would die, and they've already milled a fantastic equipment and Ruel, which creates them tokens. Great bit of equipment. Can you play equipment for... Is that stuff that plays from graveyard when this creature enters if an opponent controls more lands than you? Search. And they did, so that's fine. They're getting another land. Are we going to see Cloud this turn? Allows them to tutor for a card, but we can resolve that. What I could do is be sneaky and get Loyal Warhound out, because if we play... See, Dollmaker's Shop's going to give us a creature which is going to give us a life. We could be sneaky beaky here. I'm thinking about the craftiness here. So, I could Attack for 2. It's risky. They're going to have protection from green and from blue. I think that was. Any 0 drop would work. Yeah. So Dollmaker's Shop is what I'm thinking. But we... Okay. I'm thinking of attacking with Hope. Hear me out. And then playing Lauren's Escape. Because then they'll go, oh, silly fool. Now they're going to lose Hope. Block with the Loyal Warhound. I'm going to... And then they'll mill 3. Yeah. And then... no. Yeah, I like that. That's, yeah, having a flyer can't hurt. Cloud's going to end up with flying. And they mill 3. Oh, Buster Sword's gone. Ephemerate's gone. Good. I've got some defense, so if they attack, I can block. I just can't defend again, but I can attack with... Oh no, that won't create a toy. That's a problem. But I could give Hope. Hang on. Whenever this creature attacks, whenever you cast an aura, what? Why have they done that? Oh, so they can tutor for another. That makes sense. Okay. God, I wish they had lifelink. I have got Odric in this deck. Odric is Chef's Kiss. Do I just want... Yes, I think I just want a land. Let's grab another blue. Because I can do that. That's gonna do that, and then I can do that, and that's gonna get even more. And now we've got a 4/4 flyer. I'm not going to attack this turn. I know it's not going to create me, but they still chuck away 4 good cards. They're going to play Cloud again, so they can look for that. Oh no, they want protection from blue. Yeah. Hello, sorry I couldn't come earlier. I just woke up. No, that's all right, mate. Thank you for joining. You don't worry, because I stopped to I forgot to press go live on the YouTube for 25 minutes again because I'm an idiot. So yeah, I'm a damn fool. So you haven't missed anything. We're playing with Hope, which is nasty. They're going to gain 4 life, and they're going to be able to search for a plane. I think I'm going to exile that creature, to be honest. And I'm not going to block. I'll take the 4. They now can't block this turn. They create a wolf. Oh, they're milling me. She's too good. She's too good. I can't do that. Screw it. Yeah. Angel of Thrones white, so I'll be able to block Glory Head next turn. Make me mill, that's fine. I've pulled one of my best cards in the deck. And we're going to get more life, and they're going to mill a lot. Make me mill 10 cards. I'll make you mill more. Hopefully, Archangel of Thune will survive. And then I'm going to Porcelain Gallery if I can, because that costs 6. If I get another land, then we're laughing. Archangel of Thune is so good. Easier to flicker or phase cloud for the effect. Yeah. Don't salt rope. Come on. Play the game. You see, they hate mill, but when they mill, it's fine. But obviously, blocking with Archangel of Thune is going to make everybody even bigger. Do they have a Swords to Plowshare? The Angel is so strong. You'll kill him with combat first. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They're going to get an extra combat phase, but they won't be able to attach it. Oh no, you can attach it. Okay. Double strike. Not going to kill my Archangel of Thune. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Do it. I think they were hoping that it would give them another counter or something. And she's going to get bigger because we're gaining life. Yeah. We are massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, there's nothing they can do just by attacking with these two. They're dead. And it's white, but they've used all the mana. So maybe a board wipe if they had the mana. Yeah. I mean, they'll be dead before, like you say, before we mill them out. They're having a good old think, or they're just roping now. Come on, don't be salty. You know what else is massive? Please tell me. Can you see it? Is it on show? Low taper fade. That is massive. You had me worried then. Very worried. Yeah, they're roping. They're roping. I can also draft as well. I purchased some gems yesterday. So if you want to, we can attempt a draft. The only problem is I look at the quick drafts yesterday because I need the time to build the deck. I don't know if anybody that's watching would be interested in watching a draft. Okay. Let's just attack him. Just a little guy. No, they're all pretty big guys. I mean, they must have something. Oh no, they're deciding whether they're going to block. Yeah, the only quick draft that was there was the Cowboy Thunder Junction, which I'm not that bothered about that set, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if it changes daily or how often the quick draft fades. Because I just read your comment again. GGs, they are salty. They are being salty, which is fine. I have patience. I can sit here. Yeah. So I'm not that bothered about Thunder Junction, unless you think it's worth it to try and get some good cards. Because I don't have a massive amount of those cards. Only what I unlock through Mastery Pass packs and when you get the free cards a day or whatever it is. So I don't think I've ever... No, Annie Joins Up is from that deck. I think I may have done that card because that's such a good card. And that's from that deck, isn't it? I think. Yeah. So, yeah. Jeez, 9 wins. This deck is doing really well this morning. 9 wins to 3 losses. Isn't bad ratio at all today. But yeah, let's have a look at the quick draft. Yeah. So I don't know whether you think it's worth doing this or waiting. I'll show you what I've got from Thunder Junction. I don't have a massive amount. That's what she said. No, forget that. That doesn't work. Yeah. So let's have a check. Thunder Junction, where are you? So I'd love to do it for Outlaws of Thunder Junction. There you are. So yeah, I should have gone on to the set completion bit, shouldn't I? That would have been easier. I've got quite a few, I guess. But compared to other sets, not a massive amount. Oh god, yeah, that set had Bristly, but it is a good set. So it's up to you guys, because I will need help with drafting, because I'm not good at it at all. But yeah, I didn't have a grasp on what is good in Thunder Junction. I mean, Bristly Bill, Gitrog, Vraska joins up. A lot of the joins up cards, but and is it Annie joins up? I love Annie joins up. Don't do it. Okay, yeah, we'll hold off. Yeah, Annie joins up. Such a good card. It deals 5 damage to target creature, and then it doubles the triggers. So yeah, Kellen joins up, not as good, but yeah, that was a great card from the set as well. But you got a lot of them for free. A lot of the building decks was the starter decks included them, didn't they? So yeah, so we'll just carry on with Hope, and we'll save draft until we've got a better set to draft. Duskmorn, I don't have a lot from Duskmorn, and I heard that's a really good set. But I joined just after Duskmorn, so because I joined November 2024. What was the set in November 2024 that was new? I think it was Bloomborough. Was it Bloomborough? I can't remember. But it was, yeah. But I just wanted to concentrate on Lord of the Rings when I joined, because it's my favourite set, and Phyrexia, or will be one. Or was it March on Machines? It was both, because I love Phyrexians, to be honest. Right, we have way to gain life, so let's do it. We have a turn 1 to, not turn 1 gain life, but turn 2 gain life. So I don't think I'm going to surveil, because all our creature stuff is small. I think I'm just going to start trying to get that life in. We have a perfect card. Oh, they gain life straight away. Let's concede. I have never, and I've practiced with this deck a lot. I have practiced an awful lot with this deck, and I have never known it to win so many games. And I have never won 10 games during one stream. I don't think it's ever happened, unless you guys can remember. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, a win's a win. So I think people are just more afraid or just hate Mill. And to be fair, I hate playing against Mill as well. I really do hate playing against it, so I understand it. Rakdos. Life gain is the saltiest fucking archetype on Arena. Yeah, it is. Again, really good turn 1. And Aerith. It always makes me sad whenever I see her. Oh. I love Aerith. Guide Souls. Guide Souls, because that's better. Into Hope, into Aerith. Or Hinterland into Hope. No, into Aerith. No, Hope. Yeah. Yes, I agree with Hope. Thank you. Yeah, let's do that, and then Eric next turn, and hopefully Hope's still alive and they haven't killed it with one of their black or red spells, which okay, we're going to throw away, and I'm going to throw away Wash Away because I'm not bothered about countering. They're going to play it, so you dick. that oh, that's annoying. Fine. You want to play it that way? Let's play it that way. Fine. This goes against so many kill spells. By the time we can get back Hope in, Eric's going to be a 4/4. That's really annoying. Is this going to be one of these decks where they just kill everything? At least they've got rid of Curse Marauder, but there'll be ways to bring that back. If this is one of those decks where they just kill everything, I'm going to be really oh, for I don't know if that was the right choice. Okay. Let's start making Hope massive, I think. Chupacabra. I think this is just a kill deck. I genuinely think this is just one of those decks where they just kill everything. Okay. Fine. Exemplar of Light's coming in. We're going to make Hope and Exemplar of Light even bigger with flying. They're going to lose 4 life. I've got nothing to discard, so they can keep trying to discard me all they want. Brilliant, we now have some protection. We're going to attack, and they're going to mill 5 cards. We're going to end the turn there. We've got Slip out the back. That's what she said. So, fingers crossed, we're okay. We've survived all the killing. Do I have some Recurral? I hope not. Get it? Hope. I get it. If there are 4 more card types and 1 cards in your graveyard, each opponent may sacrifice a non-land permanent of their choice. Okay. Fine. Fine. I mean, they'll be able to bring back Marauder, make me sacrifice. Then this creature deals damage. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine. I'm not going to keep attacking with Exemplar of Light. I'm just going to hold her back. I'll take the damage. Yes, fine. That's good. Each legendary creature is going to have Ward 2. We've also got Slip out the back. That's what she said. So,
rise and seize your destiny.
oh yes, yes. And then Ocelot Pride. Lots of life. Phobos, are you still here? I sure hope so. Yeah, they stopped commenting a while ago. Okay. We've got some defenders. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna keep attacking. Hold up that protection. We're gonna get some cats, some kitty cats, which is great. So we've got some more blockers, 6 to be exact, who are going to get bigger. They're milling lots. Oh, I can sacrifice a creature. Yeah, sure. That's fine. May see a board wipe. That will ruin my day. But I can make something phase out, which would probably be... nothing, because they concede! GG! Oh, I sure hope so. I love your hope jokes today. Again, great win. That is 11 wins to 3 losses in one stream. We've never done this before. If you want the deck list, it's in the description on YouTube and on the SD on Twitch. A-Ocelot Pride is a broken card. They had to nerf it for Arena. Yeah, because it's normally 1, isn't it? For my Selesnya in real life deck, I was going to buy it, and then I saw it was like 35 quid, and I was like, no, I cannot afford that. That's not happening. GG's, thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who's watching. We've only got 6 on YouTube. Very nice. We're playing against Cloud X Soldier, another equipment deck. Yeah, so it's 1 to pay, which is crazy. But what else did they change on it? Okay, we've got some removal. Great. We've got some life gain. Also great. We've got some creatures. Great. And we've got protection. Yeah. Do you have vigorous farming or fuel tank Seater? Fuel tank Seater. Fuel tank... That isn't the... Is that the one that makes the green mana dog that makes creatures cheaper? Is that the fuel tank Seater, or is that a different fuel tank? During your turn, Freya Crescent has flying. Add 1 red mana. No, yeah, you can survive. That's fine. Waystone, yeah, is just chef's kiss. That's okay. I don't know how to do most things most days. Okay. More mana would be nice. Thank you. The card God's Heard. So we've got Raceway. While playing a red deck. I'm going to play Hope. Hope's now got Mobilize. Got no life gain. It would be great if we got another land to play Impassioned Orator plus Dollmaker's Shop. That would be really nice. So they are ramping, which means Hope should survive this turn. Should. I love those lands. They are such nice lands. Not as nice as these, but my favourite artwork. Yeah, I'll take the 1. That's absolutely fine. Brilliant. My wish was answered. So I'm going to play Impassioned Orator. And we're going to play Goldmaker's Shop. I'm going to attack for that. They're going to create one of them. We gain a life. We gain 2 more life. They lose a boatload. I gain a boatload. They mill a boatload. Nice. And they've got rid of some of their protection. They've got rid of making a creature indestructible. And yeah. Do you have Soul Warden in this deck? Soul Warden in this deck? Yeah. Really good farms for green. I saw you playing green the other day. Yes, I have that. Vigorous farming. So, vigorous farming, I will check out. I'm not sure if I've got that. Yeah, they've got rid of some good stuff. They've killed Hope, which I wasn't watching. Would have been nice to have that protection, but again, fine, because she's coming out this turn. They are coming out this turn. So, yeah, fine. I'm going to kill Danin, if I can pull another land, which would be great. The card gods are with me today. So, I'm going to tap, 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 tap to play that. That's going to gain me life. Then I'm going to Sword to Plowshare you. And then I'm going to attack in with everything. That's coming in. 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 Yeah, Soul Warden's in this deck. We've also got lots of other creatures that give life gain. We've got the hair one. Soul Warden should be in every deck, in my opinion, or Authority of Consuls. That's in this deck. It just doesn't help me during my turn, unless they play creatures with flash. Elspeth is coming out next turn. Let's start making our stuff big and flying. Yes, they're going to attack for 5. The creature gets +1/+1, has vigilance and lifelink. They think it's going to help them. It isn't. They're going to gain 5 life, but they don't have trample. So, yeah, fine. Absolutely fine. You do you, boo. Because I'm doing this. Yoinkus, yoinkus, yoinkus. Then we're going to attack with these. We're going to create one of them. We're going to do some of this. We're going to do some of that. We're going to do some of this. Authority on every deck. Annoying. Annoying. It's annoying. Slows them down. We're going to gain more. We're going to gain more. They're going to mill more. Oh, that was nice. They're going to gain, but they're also losing a lot of life. Down to 1. They're back up to 6. I'm going to end the turn there. We've got some defense, so we can block. They're milling a lot of cards. GG. I think next turn we're going to have to unlock that room. If you have haste, yeah. Yeah, really annoying if you have haste. They're going to gain more life this turn. There's nothing I can do about that. And they're going to give it double strike. They're only going to get 5 because I'll block with a token. So the second lot of damage doesn't go through. So they'll get 6 life, sorry. So they'll be back up to 12. If I slip out the back the token, that's a really good point. No, because I don't have the Ward 1 cost. But if I phase out the token, would that not then stop all damage? Or would the damage go through? Would the damage still then go through? If I phased out my token? Or would it just stop the attack dead? I don't know. I really don't know whether that would work. I don't know. Disappearing blockers are weird. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. They'll gain 6 life, but then that's it, isn't it? And I can't ward it, but it stops the damage. So they've only got 6 life. Great, that's really good for us. So they can gain 11 life, but I'm going to kill them. Because I'm going to unlock that room. And then I'm going to... No! I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, disappearing blockers. What I should have done was just to test it, block with both. But then they still would have got 6 lives, so it would have made it pointless. But then it would have answered the question. Yeah. But GG, Cloud. That's 12 wins for the day. That is crazy beans. This deck is awesome sauce. And we've got it. We've unlocked that. So, yeah. GG's. That was a good game. Thank you. That was a good game. Let's go again. Again, this deck is mostly around the life gain. The mill is the secondary thing. Yeah. We haven't pulled a Soul Warden today in any of the games, I don't think. Soul Warden is just a beast. Gaining life on their turn obviously doesn't make them... Oh, Kefka. Oh, I'm going to be milling. Things are going to be dying. Lots of mana, but nothing really helpful. Because I'm going to have to get rid of this. If Jace becomes a fox in Bloomborough, is his cat still a cat? That's a good question. It would be a fox's cat. Hello, Sid Fishes. Thank you for joining the stream. Very good to see you here. If you want to have a look at this deck, yes, this is better. I'm going with this one. Yeah, we're just roommates now. We've got a bit of protection, so yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to play Hope against this deck straight away. I'm going to wait a turn, because having that little bit of protection will help. So I'm going to end the turn there. They're going to want to... maybe they're going to bluff, think I've got a... I really hate that card so much. I hate them having access to my stuff. It's really annoying. So I'm going to play Hope, and I'm going to hold up blue mana. And we'll have that spell. I want to play Virtue of Loyalty, get it out of my hand, get it into exile, so that I don't have to discard it, because that's going to come in clutch later on. I think. I have a feeling. They're going to want to get rid of Virtue. Yeah, it's blue. God damn it. And now they're going to get it. This is why I hate Tiny Bones so much. I hate playing against this deck. And I've built one. I've built a Kefka deck. And what I did was, because I'd played one and then I was really angry at Kefka, I thought, right, 2 can play at that game. So I built a deck. And I put every worst spell there is for every colour in there. So for blue, it's countering and milling. For red, it's just killing. Nothing else. No creatures. And for black, it's just destroying. And I was really mad when I made it. And I was like, right, 2 can play at that game. But this is what I always say. You don't play with decks that all they do is kill and mill and whatnot, and nothing else. For the fun of playing the game. Because all you're doing is stopping your opponents from having fun. So you're playing it for the enjoyment of your opponent not having fun. And to me, that's not great. But that's just my opinion. You may have a different opinion. But let's start getting them to mill. Maybe I should have held out, slip out the back, but Odric in this deck is so good. Because with Thieving Avon or Angel of Vitality, they're all going to fly him. So, words of wisdom. Thank you. Yeah. And now they're going to get bigger. Fine. Oh, yes. Can't play it, but yes. Superb. So, I'm going to play... I'm going to play this one because That's going to get bigger and hold up this slip out the back. Everything's going to get flying and lifelink. And let's attack for 5. So now I'm milling 5, I'm gaining 5. At 6 they're milling. And they've thrown away some good cards, but it is a black deck, so they may be able to bring anything back. Elish Norn. Oh, that's good. Giving everything vigilance, chef's kiss. It would have been nice to have my own virtue of loyalty. When it out, discard a card. Great. I'm going to get rid of the Cat Collector. Thinks. Yeah, I just need that other land. You have it. I'm not bothered. Have it. Not bothered. At the beginning of your end step, blah blah blah. My turn, so that's a 5/5. Elish Norn. Authority of Consuls into Thieving Agent. I'm going to sacrifice you to get 4 life. It's going to die, but at least I'm getting that 4 life. They're still milling. And it just still slows them down. Anything that comes in now is going to come in tapped. Nicole Bolus is a problem. Ginny is a cat lady. I'm going to have to discard a card, so it's going to be slip out the back. They're going to get access to discard it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have this game. Unless Elish Norn. Unless I get that land. But if not, I think that's it. Are they going to want to attack with Nicole or save him back to stop me from attacking? Probably, to be fair. Virtue of Loyalty has been so good. But gaining that life is better than nothing. I've got what would be great in this deck is Erois. Erois, the god. It's red-white, unfortunately, but yeah, I'd love that in this deck. They're kind of stopping me in my tracks. You can go. Yeah, that's going to phase out. It's not going to get the +1/+1 counter from Virtue of Loyalty, though. Yes. I mean, they're going to be able to play one of these. No attacks, fine. We don't have defense now from Nicole Wallace, who's too big. I can't discard a card, so fuck you. I really hate discard and sacrifice. I loathe it, in fact. It makes me want to throw my computer. Okay, I'm conceding. I just can't. I can't get enough, and I know what's in this deck. Such a good game, but Kafka, you did it. Relying on card draw, breach the multiverse. They can, yeah, too good. Oh, that bloody tiny bones. But we've only lost 4 games. It was bound to happen at some point. We were on a run of winning 7 games in a row. So, yeah. I have this vile card in real life. Yeah, I can imagine. She's fun when you combine her with Rocco. I love Rocco. Bloody love Rocco. Breach the multiverse. Yeah, it's a good card. Oh, we're playing against Rocco. Speaking of, I played against Rocco loads yesterday and lost every time. But we've got Leyline of Hope. We've got Fogbank. They're going to get bigger. We've got ways of getting bigger. We've got Ramp. So yeah, okay. That's. I think we're off to a good start. I think it's multiverse is good with most things. Yeah, getting it on the board and being able to nick anything from your opponent and put anything on you. You know, when you're playing an opponent who's milling you as well, so you put all your good stuff in the deck anyway. Yeah. As soon as that came out, I was like, yeah, good game. That's done. I don't like to concede, but watching them get all their triggers and play my cards is just not something I want to watch. To be perfectly honest, I'd rather just move on. They could kill Hope. I don't have any protection for Hope anyway. And they're playing red and white. So they could play swords or anything. So I'm going to play Hope and see what happens. What's my favourite commander? My favourite commander of all time is, and people may not like this choice, but my favourite commander of all time is Sovereign of Kanakao. I love him so much. Is he the best? No. But double encounters on a Selesnya deck is amazing. I love Selesnya. I love counters. It's my favourite way to play Magic. Lots of creatures, lots of counters. And I love to play against counters decks. Jace's cat has an amazing Selesnya deck, which we've played on stream a few times. But yeah, what's yours? What's your favourite commander? Yeah. My favourite way to play is creatures, if I'm honest. This killing everything and doing all that stuff isn't really my bag, if I'm perfectly honest. Which is fine. I get more enjoyment knowing that we're both having fun rather than just one player's having fun. Isn't Berg just better? Fine. Fine. We don't need. Berk overall is better, but a lot more expensive to play. And I know with green you have a lot of ramp. Isn't Berk just better? Double encounters. That's a really bloody good question. Maybe Berk is better. But it's 6 to get out, isn't it? Or 7. And let's play Emporium Fortress. Berk is a beast for sure. Yeah. 6. You cost 6 to get out. You know what? I have Berk. I have him in my Sovereign deck. I've probably got time for one more game after this game. Let's test it. Let's see. I just love Sovereign. I love him, and he has Ward as well. So, yeah, but Berk gives counters. Giving me counters is good because Sovereign doesn't give counters. So there's been games where I've got nothing that gives counters, and it's like, ah, damn. I never really thought about it because I've always just loved Sovereign. And that's why I'm probably a bad Magic player. Let's play against you. I don't understand why, even though it's not defended, it doesn't do damage, because it still has combat damage, but then it's preventing damage. But then it's preventing all damage. I can't do this. Yeah. Let's get Hope out again. Let's play the Ornithopter, so we've got some more creatures. Let's play a land, although it's going to give them +1/+1. My creatures are going to get +1/+1. And then we'll hold up Loran's Escape for a little bit of protection for Hope. because they're going to try and kill it again, no doubt. So we're down to 20, but we'll soon gain that back. I'm not going to attack, and we'll end the turn there. I have him in real life too. Yeah, it was the first deck that I've made on Arena where I've thought I need this in real life. Sovereign is better than in Anthem decks, I think. Yeah, you're probably right. I just never really thought about it. Yeah. Yes, they're gaining frogs, but I can kill something. They are Balin. Great card. I've also got a Balin deck, which I like. I love tokens as well. Tokens and counters are just me. It's just my favourite way to play. They're going to attack with everything. I don't like the idea that they keep getting frogs, so I might block Queener if they attack with everything. They might not want to get rid of their tokens because they might want them for Balin. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorus can deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain your life. Create a 3/2. Okay, good Planeswalker. Exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add red for each exiled. This way you may play those cards. Don't have that either.
Already in the way, but it still needs protecting.
Discover.
What have we here?
Kami, more counters, more mana. My two tokens and counters, not blue ones, are the best. Yeah, blue counters can kiss my ass. So it's now a 3/4. So they're going to want to attack with Kina, and I'm willing to give up a Thopter and make. Yeah, so I'm going to do block, and I'm going to block you, what? And I'm going to do what to you, what? And then I'm going to kill one of your tokens, 4 blockers, and then I'm going to play Lauren's Escape. Counter spells are the work of the devil, they really are. I know they're just kill spells, but for blue. But they can get in the bloody bin. Why are they holding up? I'm going to regret not saving Hope, but I can get Hope back out. Oh shit! Oh, I thought I pressed decline then. Oh bloody hell! Mill is the devil. Mill is really is, and I feel land, gorgeous land. So let's play an Ornithopter. Let's play. You. Put a +1/+1 counter on. And let's play you. And let's play you. We don't need Hope. They've all got Vigilance, so let's attack you in the air for 9. And you to your face for 7. They can't block. They can block, but obviously they're going to lose anything they block with. Why aren't you? Okay. Yeah. So that's dead. We've started our engine. They're back down to 29 lives. We've got lots of defenders. We can kill any creature that attacks. Yeah, I can unlock that room as well. Attack with Ornithopters to get more. And I can get more. And I can get more! But when you beat blue, it's the ultimate catharsis. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah. Jace is just blue, and I love the card. So Sid Fisher says, but you're Jace, because Jace's cat's obviously called He's Jace. But Jace says, Jace is just blue, and I love the card draw spell slinging aspect of blue. And Jace is cool as fuck, which he is, to be fair. He really is. Maybe they're looking for a board wipe or something. More life gain. Thopters is a problem for them. Non-token creatures now have lifelink. That frog queen needs to die. Auric and Hope in this game would be stunning with vigilance. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. They are very wide. Very, very wide. Jace is, as a character, is a beast. His romance with Liliana makes him a Chad. He is a Chad. Yeah, his name would be Chad if he was an American. I was going to say you don't get many people called Chad in the UK, but this is no word of a lie. I have a neighbour whose name is Chad and his surname is Chad. No word of a lie. God is my witness. Right. Brilliant. We get another Ornithopter and we get another land. Should have played the Ornithopter first. Silly me. It's really silly me. Very, very silly me. Indeed. I'm going to play Hope. Again, should have played the land. I'm going to make you explore his Chad, son of Chad. What? Yes, no, true, no word of a lie. And then I'm going to attack you with these beasts. So yeah, you can double block and whatnot. I'm gonna hold back Emporium because I don't want Emporium to die. But you're going to lose quite some life. But you can gain back some of that life if you defend Hollowed Priest. Don't know why they didn't use the tokens there, and we've got them down to 11. They gained 5 back. I've speed. Didn't she manipulate him to being a bad guy? I don't. You know what? I wish I knew more of the lore around it. And I know they're making an anime and they've announced a TV show, multiple stuff, haven't they? TV show, movie, and all sorts. So I know that would be great to get the lore, but yeah, it would be nice to learn more about it. She also has a soft heart. Yeah, I do like Liliana. I like all the Planeswalkers. Ajani's probably my favourite though, just because he's a badass, really. Hardened Bonds, so they're going to be able to seek creatures and put +1/+1 counters. They can double +1/+1 counters with Bristly Bill, which is good. They have not got the mana to do that though, so that's good. But they can get a lot of life this turn, but they're also going to lose a lot of life this turn if they attack with those non-token creatures. But can they make them all indestructible? That's the question. They're also going to be able to make a lot more tokens with A-Ocelot Pride. So I'm going to be killing all the non-token creatures if they attack, and that's going to be the only way that they can get that life, but they are back up to 25 life. They've got Ragavan, so they're going to be able to create treasure and kill stuff. They've got Chandra. But if I see her Planeswalker, I know I'm done. Yeah, Planeswalker. Her Planeswalker's rough to play against. Peregrine Took is going to create more food. So they're doing okay, but next turn, if I attack with just Ornithopters, they are dead. Unless they've got a flying Thopter, but doesn't have life gain. I'll play another Ornithopter, so they'll go up to being very big. I got a land to play to give them all +1/+1 counters. So that's now 3/3. They're going another life. So they are popping off. That's fine. Pop all the way. fine. Still a lot of damage in the air. They've got another Ornithopter. Trample would be great. I don't have a way to give them Trample. So now they're tapped out. Do they attack? It's a risk. Oh, they can sacrifice 3 food, but then they don't get the life for the 3 food they sacrificed, do they? They can sacrifice and then draw a card, but they don't get the life from the food they sacrifice for doing that. One of their tokens has lifelink. How did they give that lifelink? We've got another flyer. Where are they getting the mana from? What's giving them the mana? Oh, the henge. But then... Okay, not really sure about that, to be honest. How they're able to get such a big board state. Was that Cabaretti? Whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a creature card with lesser mana value, put it onto the battlefield. Okay, fine. So we will play you. I did that in the wrong order again. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. We're going to play you. Make everything bigger. We're going to play you to make stuff even bigger. Oh, I'll have to tap it, so next turn I can do a lot. Either I scoop or I just wait to lose. Yeah. So, yeah, good point. So we've got Vigilance. We don't really have any life gain, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. They've gone well up in life. We now know that they can go even further up in life. I'm not going to attack with any ground creatures. I'm just going to attack their life. Which is going to create another, which is going to make them even bigger. Next turn, I could make them sack, so it costs 3. So I could make them sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Potentially 8 if I pull another land. Yeah, they're going to lose to 3 Thopters, should I say. The Vigilance is what's probably saving me here. Next turn, though, I can do a lot with Pride. I've instantly forgotten how much I said. And here we go, they're going to be doing this for about an hour and a half. So let's just sit and wait for them to do what they're going to do. Yeah, I'm not going to have time for another game after this one, unfortunately, today. No graveyard gain is fun when we all have to improvise. Yeah. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Attack with 4. They've got 1 Thopter and an attacking flyer. Defending flyer. They can give counters to everything. Double their counters and then maybe double their counters again. They can create lots more tokens by attacking, but I will kill everything. I mean, maybe they attack with everything and I die. Maybe they've got enough We've got 20 tokens. I can gain 11 life back with Hope. They've got an Hellish Norm now, which is going to stop my life, my +1/+1ing. That's okay because the attack trigger will still happen and I'll still get, because they're not counters for the amount of creatures I control. So that's fine. Tali, they're going to exile and then play something. Tali can get in the bin as well. And they're up to 64 life. Now, considering my deck is supposed to be the life gain deck, how are we playing Rocco and they have 64 life and we're down to 16? This deck, 90% of the cards in this deck are life gain. I don't know whether just to scoop, to be honest. I just think it's too far. Yeah, I'm going to scoop. It's going to take too long to sit and watch them do all the stuff they're doing. They can play stuff for free. Yeah, I'm not getting any life. It's going to take too long. So, GG. Rocco, like I said, all the Rocco games I played yesterday I lost to. So I was expecting to lose to that one, to be fair. But for the day, our total is 12 wins and 5 losses, which compared to my normal streams is very, very different, because normally it's like the other way around. But yeah, here's the deck again if you want to see it. Again, the deck is in SD on Twitch and in the description on YouTube. Because I cut off the first 25 minutes of the live stream on YouTube, I'll post the full live stream to my YouTube later on today, so watch out for that. And then I'll do a highlights video in a few days. So all that's left to say is thank you very much for joining. Thank you to Sid Fishes, Jace's Cat and Thiobus for commenting and taking part. Excuse me. You can join my Discord, which is In Around Plays. The link is in Twitch and on YouTube. We talk Magic, we talk decks and other stuff, all things Magic basically. And if you want to come there and you teach me about lore and stuff and help me with my decks, I post the decks there on there before I stream, so you can have a look at them and give me suggestions and whatnot. So yeah, that's it. So thank you ever so much for joining today. It has been my absolute pleasure. I am next streaming on Wednesday 11 AM till 1 PM UK time. So thank you. Love you all. Bye. 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 Bye.